I'll show you how I organize multiple profiles, schedule posts, and track my results. Plus, there's a bunch of features that allow you to centralize your social media tasks. Go ahead and click the first link in the description. This is going to open up Statusbrew. So I've recently been getting a lot of questions on what's the best way to centralize your different social media tools. So one tool to manage multiple profiles, set up automated workflows for clients, how to generate and share reports. So I went on the search to find the most encompassing social media management tool, and I found Statusbrew. It's actually really awesome. All I ask in return is that you go ahead and like this video and consider subscribing. That allows me to make more videos like this one, and I would really appreciate it. So on the Statusbrew website, you can see some of the key features that are available. One is shareable calendars. Another one is those automated workflows that we talked about. They do have an AI composer, which is really neat. And then link in bio is a way to have all your different links centralized in one spot for someone to click on, and it automatically navigates them to what you want them to see. Other key features to note is the ability to automatically hide specific comments or have comments sent to a certain team to go ahead and respond to, which is really cool. The other one is the AI suggestion, which is really cool. Review management is a neat one. So this allows you to collect Google reviews, Apple reviews, all in one centralized spot. And then the other one that's really worth noting is the CRM integration. So sometimes you might use Salesforce, HubSpot. There's a bunch of different integrations available, but we'll show you some of them here. And then in analytics, that is like the key feature of the tool. The analytics allow you to create your own reports or have your reports automatically send it to someone else. You can track how your paid posts are doing compared to your non-paid posts. The competitor analysis allows you to kind of benchmark against another company to see how are your competitors doing and how are you stacking up relative to them. And then the ability to share with ease. You can set up automated reports for weekly, monthly, custom reports to internal and external emails, which is really awesome. To sign up, go ahead and select that free trial button on the upper right. Here, we're going to go ahead and add our email, full name, phone number, and a password, of course. Awesome. So this brought up the Statusbrew homepage. So here, it kind of walks you through how to set up your account. So the first one is connecting a social media profile. So let's select that. And let's select Facebook just to test it out. Now here, what's really cool is if you're already logged into Facebook on your computer, Statusbrew is going to find your account. All you have to do is authorize it. And now that account is linked with Statusbrew. What's really cool is the analytics don't just start now. They can pull all your analytics of how your posts have performed in the past. Let's go through the same thing and add Instagram. So let's select that here. Go ahead and approve it. Then we'll do X, authorize the app. Nice. Now LinkedIn is an interesting one. LinkedIn isn't always available in all these different social media tools. So that one's a really good one to have. Let's go ahead and add that page. And then lastly, let's go ahead and add TikTok because that's growing faster than any other platform in the world right now. Awesome. So now all of our profiles are connected. The next thing we want to do is create a profile group to kind of centralize all these Joe Zeppelin accounts in one spot. So you might be managing social media for multiple different clients. You might have multiple brands within your same business. You might have multiple businesses that you're managing. There's a bunch of different use cases. What I would recommend doing is put these in profile groups so they're more centralized in one spot. So let's go ahead and add that here. We'll put Joe Zeppelin Content Creator. In the description, let's put this group will be used to organize all social media content relating and posting on Joe Zeppelin's social media. Then for the accounts, let's go through and select all the accounts that we just added. Now we have to say, who do we want to have access to everything in this group? So right now we're the only one on our team. So let's go ahead and add ourselves here. And then at the top, of course, we want to give a fun little emoji for our group. So let's go ahead and select this one here. And then we'll select update. Great. So now you can see the group is created. The next thing to look at is users. So it's pretty easy to add a user. Just select add user on the right side. Here, you can add them one by one by adding their first name, Jane, last name, Doe, email, Jane Doe. What's also really cool is if you're coming from a larger organization, you can import a list of users. So if you select this button down here, you can add their first name, last name, email, password, and phone number, and then you can mass upload this to create a bunch of different users. For now, let's just go ahead and add Jane. The other thing that's really cool is user group. So user group allows you to bundle different team members who have similar responsibilities and you want them to have access to specific things, for instance. So let's go ahead and create a group. So let's create a group for customer service. We'll find a fun emoji here. For the description, we'll keep it simple. So we'll put the customer service group will be placed in this group. For users here, we can go ahead and add Jane because we just created her as a user. Then we're going to go ahead and add this group. And great, now you can see it's created and it has one person in it. Now, the next thing that I told you that we would talk about is integrations. Here are all the different integrations you can have within Statusbrew. So you can connect Slack, Microsoft Teams, Bitly if you're creating a bunch of unique links, Dropbox is a good one to have, HubSpot, and then Salesforce is a big one to have. Now, the other thing is you connect your ad account. So let's say you have an ad account for Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. Here you can kind of see how good your posts are performing. Now, tags is a unique one. So tags allows you to create kind of something to filter by on different projects, posts, whatever you like. For instance, I'm creating 100 videos, 100 days. There's a playlist up here that discusses exactly how we did that. So I want to tag any video that's a part of that 100 videos in 100 days with this tag. So let's go ahead and name it 100 videos in 100 days. And then for the description, we'll put this tag will be used to highlight any video that is a part of 100 videos in 100 days released on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And then we'll give it a purple color because that's a common theme that we use on our channel. And then the other one that's really cool is notification rules. So notification rules essentially allow you to automate some of your workflows. So let's go ahead and create one here. So what we're going to do is say email notification of posted video. Every time I post a video, I want someone to get an email. Then you can go ahead and say what account. So let's go ahead and select Instagram. We want the trigger to be that a post is created. And when that happens, we want to send email to Joe Zeppelin. And then let's go ahead and select save. And you can see that this notification was created. The other thing that's really cool is office hours. So if you are managing a team with several people, you can go ahead and select a different profile. For instance, here you can select the day of the week and then add the hours that you're available for. Another really cool one is scheduling reports. So this is what I was talking about where multiple features are built into one tool. Obviously, when tracking analytics, you're going to do it on a routine schedule. So what you can do is see all the different analytics that you have here, and we'll go through this later. But what you can do is go ahead and select schedule. Here we can say create a new schedule. Let's say I want to get an email every month and I want it to be sent to myself and the customer service team. And here you can even add external people that you want this sent to. And then I want to go ahead and have it be this grid view that kind of gives me an upper level summary. We'll give it a title. So we'll say monthly analytics report. And this is going to be emailed to myself and the customer service team. So let's go ahead and add a description. So we say, hi team, here's our monthly analytics report. Please be prepared to discuss on Monday. Thanks. And now every month, this will automatically be sent out to give a little summary about how our content is performing. And now earlier I spoke about competitor benchmarking. So here you can go ahead and select a profile and then search for a specific competitor. And then when you look at the analytics, you can see how their analytics are performing relative to your analytics and how well you're kind of doing in the marketplace. So you can go ahead and add a profile in here, and that's really neat. The other one is approval workflow. So let's say you're managing social media or managing a project and you have multiple team members. You might have a supervisor, then you have a manager, then you have an executive who all needs to sign off on the marketing content. Or you're managing a client's social media and you want your clients to sign off on it, or you delegated your work to someone else to create and you want to sign off on it. You can create an automated workflow for those approvals. So let's go ahead and do one here. So here I want everything to be approved by me, for instance. So I can put Joe to approve all posts. And then step one, you can title this step. So let's just say a post is suggested. We're going to go ahead and say the approval is Joe. You can go ahead and check this button if you require it to be approved by every single approver. And then here you have the option to add additional steps. We're just going to skip that part for now. And then let's go ahead and save it. And now anytime a post is sent, it automatically needs to be approved. Now, your AI branded voice is what we mentioned earlier on how to recommend rephrasing your content to be just a little bit more user-friendly for people to see. So what you can do is go ahead and select this button here. Here, you can go ahead and add it from scratch, or you can have it learn from things that you posted in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and choose generate from a URL. Here, I'm actually going to paste my Instagram URL. And now my AI voice is automatically going to learn from how I posted on Instagram in the past. So let's title this Joe's Instagram voice. We'll change the purpose to share content on all things AI, business, and tech. Then for our audience is marketing agencies, small businesses, and content creators. And then here you can adjust your tone, your emotion, your language, things like that. We're just going to keep it all the same for now. And then the other one that's really cool is, and then in space settings, you can go ahead and make the space look a little bit more professional. So let's go ahead and add a professional headshot here. And then we'll save it under the name Joe Zeppelin Social Media Manager. Now, the last thing that's worth mentioning is there is a mobile app. So here you're essentially allowing anyone in your team to go ahead and use the mobile app. If you want to restrict it that they can only use the computer, you go ahead and toggle this button. But of course, we want people to be able to use the mobile app. So let's go ahead and turn that one off. Awesome. So now let's go ahead and schedule our first social media post. So if you select post on the left side, you can see the content calendar here. And here you can view this in monthly, weekly, and then to schedule a post, let's just go ahead and select this button here. Here we can go ahead and select all the different profiles that we want this post to be posted on. So let's go ahead and create a reel. We're going to say, is the Nintendo Switch 2 worth it? And then here we have the option to add an emoji. So let's grab an eye-catching emoji, maybe this question mark. Here you have the option to tag a location. So let's go ahead and for Instagram and let's say Salt Lake City. That's where we're based out of. Then what's really cool is you also have the option to boost the post through ads. You can use Brew AI to go ahead and make the post look a little bit different. You can add a variable to your post, which is nice, or you have the option to pick something from the asset manager. Now, of course, we need to upload that reel. So let's go ahead and add an attachment. Here's some videos I already have saved on my computer. So let's go ahead and add the Nintendo Switch video. Here you're going to be able to see that the video is added under your media. And now we get to add some of those customizable features that are available in the app, all in this third-party tool. So we'll title it Nintendo Switch 2 review. The first comment is a way to make sure that more people are engaging with your content. It's a new trend in social media where if you put a question in your comments, people are likely to answer that question, right? And that shows the algorithm that more people are engaging with the content itself. So let's go ahead and add a comment that's provoking. Would you buy a Switch, right? Let's see what people say. Then you have your LinkedIn options, so you can toggle these on and off. Then Instagram options, you have the same thing here. So let's go ahead and add the name of the music for the background, for instance. So we'll put the Nintendo theme song. That's the music playing in the back of the video. And then here, what's really cool is you can add collaborators and tag users. So a collaborator is someone who worked on the post with you. They can go ahead and accept that using the Instagram app, and then that post will automatically show on their profile and your profile as you worked on it together. The other one is you have the option to tag people. Since we didn't work on this with Nintendo, let's go ahead and just tag them in the video. So we'll go ahead and select the video here. Here you can go ahead and pause it and say, where do you want to tag them? So maybe we'll tag it right here. We'll put in Nintendo, select save. And then the other thing is you can add products. So sometimes it's pretty popular to do on social media. If you wanted to add a link to the Switch so you get like affiliate commission, you have the option to do that here. And then underneath you have the additional Instagram options. We're going to skip these for now. The TikTok options are worth talking through. You never really want to have Duet and Stitch on. Duet and Stitch kind of allows people to steal your content a little bit. So we're going to turn those ones off. And then let's go ahead and give it an internal title so that we can track it on our side. So we'll go ahead and call this the Nintendo Switch review video. Then we'll go ahead and add a color. And most importantly, earlier we created a tag. This is part of 100 videos in 100 days. So let's go ahead and select that here. And then we want to set this to automatically go through the approval workflow of Joe Zeppelin. So I'm automatically going to be required to approve this video. Now, most importantly, we want to go ahead and schedule this video. So let's go ahead and select that button here. Here you can choose the time zone, the date, the time. You have the options to do optimal time where it actually recommends times for you, but let's go ahead and choose our own time. Go ahead and select apply, and then we'll say send for approval. So awesome. So here on the second, you have all 3 posts. You can see that they still need approval. Now I'm the one who needs to approve this. So on the left side, I'm going to select needs approval. Here's anything that's going to show up that requires my approval. So here's all 3 videos. If I select it, I have the option to reject it or approve it. I can go ahead and add comments. So maybe I want to say great video, loved it, approved. And then we'll go ahead and add that comment and scroll to the top and select approved. Now let's go ahead and also select it to approve on Instagram, and let's go ahead and set it to go out on TikTok. Now, if you go back to the calendar, you'll see all these are already approved. Now it's important to me that you see how these actually look when they're posted. So we're going to go ahead and force this one through. We'll go ahead and navigate to the link. Here's the video. On the right side, it says, is the Nintendo Switch 2 worth it? And then you can see the comment that comes up for first comment saying, would you buy a Switch? So it all worked really well. The emojis look good. The quality of the video looks good. The next thing that's worth mentioning is the Engage tab. So the Engage tab essentially allows you to talk to all of your comments, DMs, followers in one centralized spot. So for instance, I posted these 100 videos in 100 days. I have a question on my video that says, how much in the future do you post? Like a week in advance. They're wondering like how far out should we schedule posts? So let's go ahead and respond to this on TikTok saying, I try to have posts scheduled every Monday and Wednesday and like to have my content scheduled at least 1 month in advance. When we select reply, this automatically replies on TikTok. The other thing that's worth noting is your analytics. So if you select this on the left side, here you can go ahead and look at just your analytics for one profile, or you can look at all your profiles combined it essentially. Then on the right side, you can select what time frame do you want to look at these analytics. So let's go ahead and update this to say we want to look at everything for the whole year from January 2025 through December, and we want to compare this to the preceding year, kind of see are we growing or shrinking. So here you can see an upper level summary of how you're doing. You can see your daily net growth of your audience and how it's growing day by day on each of these different profiles. The other one that's really cool is impressions. So impressions shows you how often is your content being shown in front of someone's eyes. And then of course, earlier we created that tag. You can go ahead and filter for that tag to just see how the content is doing for that one tag. The other thing is they have some friendly buttons up top if you're not the most user friendly in analytics. So you can select top posts and see what are the top posts across my different profile. You can select audience demographic, and here it will show you all the different countries that your viewers are coming from, age and the gender of the viewers, and they have some other features in here like benchmarking these up against your competitors. But most importantly, it's important to talk about price and which plan is best for you. So while we go ahead and look at these, if you found value out of this video so far, please like and subscribe. It really enables me to make more videos like this one in the future, and you'll get notifications every Monday when we create a video like this one that says how to make a digital business card, different things going to help grow your social media and grow your business. But let's go ahead and look at these prices. So first thing to note is there is a 14-day free trial. There's no credit card required. This just allows you to go in and kind of get used to using the tool and see how much you like it. The plan that's the most popular is the premium plan. This plan is $229 a month. This is for businesses that really want to optimize their workflow. They have multiple team members, and they're looking to generate those reports and have all the approval workflows. The big things that are worth noting is you can have 6 different users by default, or you can add more. You can connect 15 different social profiles, so that's a big win. You have the AI assistant, which is really nice. The approval workflows is probably one of the most important things that you have available. You also have team and SLA reporting. You have competitor benchmarking, which we showed you earlier. You can do web listening to see how your audience is talking about your brand. Is it good or is it bad? And then you also have the ability to go ahead and have Statusbrew support, which is really nice. The other one that might be worth mentioning is the enterprise plan. The enterprise plan is for unique needs. Now, I do think you have to contact the Statusbrew team to see which enterprise plan would be best for you, but the link to Statusbrew is in the description. I would highly recommend it. And before you go, I need your help with 3 simple things. 1, like this video if you enjoyed it. 2, consider subscribing to stay up to date on all things AI, business, and tech. And 3, go watch that video on how to make a digital business card. It's our most popular video on the channel, and I know it will help you out. Good luck in your social media, and I'll see you in the next video.